Good Tvach, everybody. This is Motzei Shabbos Parshas Bo, which means that we're coming out of Parshas Bo. And as we know, we are very much influenced by the Parsha of the week, which is the Parsha of the following Shabbos. But what we also are taught is that the preceding Shabbos has an effect on the following week. So every week we are influenced by two Shabboses, the Parsha that is coming and the Parsha that we are coming from. So especially being Motzei Shabbos, we are still connected with Parshas Bo. And I want to share with you that the name of the Parsha holds something so deep for us, and I'm only beginning to understand it, but I want to share it with you. The Parsha is Bo, from the words Bo el Pharaoh, come to Pharaoh. And a lot of Mefarshim ask the question, what do you mean come? Isn't it like go? God is talking to Moshe and commanding him to go to Pharaoh. You should leave, my presence and get on with it and go to Pharaoh and tell him to let the Jewish people go. And yet, the words that Hashem uses is bo, come. So one explanation is that Hashem is telling Moshe, you may be going to Pharaoh, which is, big, mighty, scary Pharaoh, but I am coming with you. And so you don't have to be afraid. I'll come with you. So you may be going, but you're not leaving my presence because I'm coming with you on this journey. There's another idea that I learned years ago that I even wrote up and shared. In 2017, I wrote it up. This idea of our avoda our service of Hashem should be in a way of bo. Our avoda should be in a way of coming. Coming connotes coming closer to Hashem, to our essence, to our truest selves, to who we really are, and bringing whatever we do and learn in our Judaism, bringing it inwards to us. So instead of going, I want to come. I want to bring it towards me. So I want to bring it in. However, when I looked at that this year, I thought, so then why, if it's about coming closer to Hashem, coming closer to my essential self, why is it Bo el Pharaoh? So if the idea of Bo, this idea of the name of the Parsha, come closer to Hashem, come closer to who you really are, then why is that in the context of coming to Pharaoh? Pharaoh symbolizes, right, all the negativity of the world, the Yetzer Hara, and within ourselves, it's the forces of fear and disbelief and doubt and limitedness, limited beliefs that we have inside of us. The negative voices in our head, however it sounds to us and however it sounds in the particular situation, that's the voice of Pharaoh. If you've ever heard you have a little Moshe in you, you have the spark of Moshe, we also have the Pharaoh in each of us, the Pharaoh that tells us that we're not good enough, that we can't, that we shouldn't even try, that we're limited, that we are not worthy, or however the negative self-talk is for you, that's the Pharaoh in our head. And yet we're told to Bo el Pharaoh. We're told to not be afraid of that voice, to not run away from it or shut it down even. Not that we want to give it strength and credence, but that there lies a deeper truth available for us by actually exposing it, by going towards it, by not being afraid of it, by uncovering it and looking at it in the eye and saying, okay, what are you trying to say? Because whatever you're trying to say is going to be an opportunity for me to dig deeper. Because I know the truth. I know that I am whole and I am worthy and I don't need to be afraid and Hashem is with me and, all the good stuff. So if I'm encountered with negativity in my body, my heart, or my mind, by approaching that negativity and challenging it head on, face to face, think of Moshe coming to Pharaoh, free my people from the bonds of Egypt, right? Free my soul, free my neshama from the bonds of my own limitations. If I can look at it head on, there's going to be a deeper truth available for me. There's going to be something I can tap into that is going to help me come closer to who I really am, to my essence that is way deeper than those negative voices in my head. And I'll be able to let go of them, not by disregarding them, but by coming at them head on. So I've learned a little bit about this idea in various forms recently, and learning a little bit about somatic therapy and how by getting in touch with where you are, what you're feeling in your body, and actually getting in touch with the negative feeling and really identifying it, not running away from it, but asking like, okay, where is it? Where do I feel it in my body? What does it feel like? And like really giving it that space to be seen and heard and held. It disappears. It dissipates. And so too with other negativities that we experience, a challenge, a frustration, a limiting belief that we have, when we can, through coaching, through supportive friends, through a supportive process, when we can identify those voices, those uncomfortable feelings, or even those sensations in our body, and make space for it, but also know that there is a deeper truth underneath it, they're free to dissipate and free to go. And then we're free to have a Yetzias Mitzrayim of our own, which we know Meitzar, the word Meitzar from Mitzrayim means boundaries, means limitations. So when we can do this process of Bo El Paro, of confronting our demons, as they say, of facing them and working through them and creating the space for them to uncover what's the deepest truth of ourselves beneath them, we have the ability to then experience our own Yetzias Mitzrayim, this exodus from our own limitations, our own boundaries that we put on ourselves, our own limiting beliefs, and we're free. We're free to be who we really are, aligned with our essence, which is our neshama, our godly soul, our godly essence, which is essentially valuable. And I can get in touch with my essential worth, my essential value, and connect that with Hashem and Hashem's beautiful vision for this world. And I could be aligned with Hashem and aligned with who I really am, my essential truth, and experience my own redemption from Egypt. And so I bless us all that we should have a week of true freedom from the inner Pharaoh. And the way that we should have this freedom from this inner Pharaoh is by not being afraid of it. And encouraging ourselves, like Hashem encouraged Moshe, to Bo El Paro, to come face those challenges, come face it. Don't be afraid of it, and find the deeper truth, the growth that is available to you when you face it. So have a beautiful week, and good vach.